Hello, next to me is Kevin LaRose from Northern Lights Black Spruce Farm. Oh no, Northern Lights Farm.
Yes.
What's the official name?
Northern Lights Aromatic Farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Distillation.
Yes.
Right? So, I'm very fortunate to Northern Lights Aromatic Farm.
That's my favorite.
And been to Winter Harvest.
I just tried, what was that?
And met Kevin, and he has a nickname called the Steam Boss. And he's really, the boss of the distillation.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me about how the distillery or maybe the distillation is different from the industry standard?
Yeah. Well, I can only speak to our distilleries because I've never been to somebody else's distillery. But the difference is the seed to seal promise, as well as being able to come and see us. So, like Gretchen said, you can come to the farm any time of the year, visit us, and see that entire process. So, be it come out and help out in the farm. Come and help out on the farm for a harvest group where you come for a week, and like Gretchen said, she's been a couple of times, helped us out, hand harvested a bunch of trees, followed those trees into the distillery, helped us fill the cookers up, and then helped with the distillation, filtering the oil, taking that oil upstairs to the lab, and doing basically the entire seed to seal process at the farm when you come to visit.
So I was talking with you just now, and Kevin was actually so passionate into bringing people into the winter harvest and all kinds of harvests that he is actually introducing another harvest.
Yeah, right? So I get asked a lot what my favorite part of the farm is and Young Living is, and it may sound sappy, but it's all the people. So the best part about it is bringing people to the farm and sharing the farm with you. So that's one nice thing about convention, is being able to share it with even more people. But bringing people to the farm is even extra special. So we normally would do a black spruce harvest, which would be about 6 weeks of the year. So about 120 people maximum. During winter, so March, a little bit of April. But now we've expanded that to do a fall harvest for white spruce. So that's another 6 weeks, another up to 120 people coming to the farm. So that one is in September and a little bit of October. So now we can bring even more people to the farm and share it with just that many more people.
I can tell you, winter harvest or any harvest, any farm experience is just so much fun and so many things to learn from.
Well, it's so fun for us as well.
Yeah, I get to appreciate seed to seal so much more.
Well, and so I'm very fortunate. I get to come to convention. This year I was really lucky. I got to bring Lonnie with me. This is his first convention. I think he's having a really good time. But being able to hear from members and get that feedback and feel that appreciation that we have, being able to bring members to the farm, it gets our other employees get to experience that as well. So it's a good time for you guys, and it's also a really fun time for us as well.
So I'm really fascinated and also touched when I hear that you're passionate into bringing everyone to more people to the farm, right? But to a normal staff, we are actually slowing down a
little bit,
a lot of your harvesting time. But I really appreciate that you see the value of bringing people to the farm. So then we really appreciate more about the seed to seal and learn more about seed to seal, and then go share with the world.
Well, it's a very beautiful partnership we have. Without all of you, we wouldn't have a reason to do this. So thanks all of you as well.
Thank you. And also, I want to go back to the previous question about the distillation. I know the industry usually when they clean the cookers, they use chemicals.
Yes.
But what are you doing with
we steam clean. So we run just pure steam through our distilleries to clean all the pipes, clean all the distillation pots, We'll use a pressure washer if there's, you know, a little bit of raw material left behind. But now we've actually also started upgrading our farms to new boiler systems. Highland Flats was the start. Then St. Mary's. We just got Mount Nebo, or Mona, online, and actually I just spent a bunch of time in Ecuador to upgrade their steam system, and if it wasn't for the wildfires up at Fort Nelson, we would have ours already installed, but unfortunately we had to evacuate town for a couple of weeks, so all those schedules got pushed back a little bit. So hopefully by the end of the year, all of North and South America will be on the new steam generator systems.
So tell me more about it. What is it?
So the big thing for me is safety. So the new steam generator, so in a fire tube boiler, I'm gonna get a little technical. Don't fall asleep.
Because usually it's like a big boiler.
Yeah, so it's a large volume of water. Yeah. So startup time is slower, shutdown time is a little slower.
Tell them what time you get up to turn on.
Well, I usually get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning to get to the farm by 5. So we have steam by 6. So the new systems, it takes about 5 minutes to get steam instead of, you know,
1 hour.
An hour on a slow day, 45 minutes to a half an hour on a good day. But the safety factor is amazing in these new systems. Even though our boilers already have a lot of safety factors in them, built in, the new systems hold a lot less water. So they're almost kind of like a hot water on demand system, or a tankless hot water system. So there's not a lot of water to cause a problem. So water goes in one side and comes out as steam on the other side. The other nice thing about it is longevity. So on a normal fire tube boiler, the tubes in there are welded on one side and mandrel bent, or basically forced into a big tube sheet. So there's no room to move. And when metal heats up, it expands. So the new systems are built in a big coil. So basically a big spring. So as they heat up, that spring will expand, and as they contract, that spring will contract. So it's designed to take that stress of the metal. And then you got the efficiency factor in there. So Highland Flats was our first farm to put these new steam generators in. And they see between a 30 to 40% increase in efficiency. And that's, you know, fuel costs, manpower costs. Like Gretchen was saying, I get up normally at 4 o'clock in the morning, get there at 5, fire up the boiler. There's been a couple of times where we get steam and then I get a phone call from the guys out in the logging crew saying, hey, we got a major problem. You're not going to get any wood chips today. So now I've gotten up early. I've fired up the boiler, so I've wasted a lot of energy, a lot of fuel, a lot of power, patience, a little bit of stress. So now I got to shut the boiler down safely, and it's just a waste. So with the new systems, being able to start them up in 5 minutes, I think Mona's a little bit longer because they're quite a bit larger. But yeah, so I don't even need to think about starting the boiler until I see the chips in the distillery.
Oh wow! So, why would you not use the chips?
We tried it for the conifer trees. We tried to distill them the same day. So I'll tell them, okay, yeah, we need 15 tons tomorrow morning. They'll go first thing in the morning, and usually at 4 o'clock when I get in, and go start harvesting trees. So they're bringing the trees in as soon as I start getting.
But why would there be none?
If there's a mechanical problem on one of the pieces of equipment, or if the truck breaks down, we work in cold weather.
Right. Yeah.
Things happen. Accidents happen. And sometimes stuff breaks.
I see.
So getting that phone call in the morning really sucks.
Wow.
But we work with it. Hopefully the new system is gonna. Well, not hopefully. It is gonna really solve those issues.
So tell me more about the winter harvest. Okay. What we've been doing.
What you guys can expect. So winter harvest is about a week long. So right there, some of the fun. So you come in on Monday, we give you a little bit of a tour and orientation, and then in the afternoon we take you out to the forest, and that's where the fun begins. So that's when the goal is to hand harvest 5 tons of trees. So usually we've never had a group do it in one afternoon before. So we take you out there in the afternoon, Monday afternoon, do a hand harvest. Tuesday morning, we take you back out to the forest, do another hand harvest.
Okay, another tip is before you do the hand harvest, we always have to have a grateful heart and thank the trees.
Yes.
And we find out because we had an experience, right? The Hong Kong team went to the harvest and we did prayers and sending love to the trees, and we had a really great oil distillation.
Oh yes,
right?
yeah.
A lot. We distilled more, lots of oils.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers exactly, all of them, but usually we see between 15 to 20% increase in oil volume when we bring members into hand harvest.
Ooh.
It's pretty awesome. So then once you guys hand harvested, then we bring them into the distillery, maybe crank up the music a little bit and have a little bit of a party while we fill it up. And that's where we may slow ourselves down a little bit. So normally we can fill a distillation pot in about a half an hour. It slows down to a couple hours.
Yeah, and then we get to
fun.
take pictures.
It's really fun.
And then we go into the cooker, and then we step on
dance,
it and
party.
dance. Yeah. Tell them why we have to dance.
So
we have to step on it.
If you're not compacting those wood chips, when we turn steam on, there's three different reasons, three different main reasons why we stomp on the chips. The first reason is you can fit more in there. Second reason, probably the most important reason, I guess depends on who you ask.
Okay.
If you ask the crew, the last reason is the most important reason.
Okay.
But to me, with we're working with steam, the most important reason is as those chips are compacted, that steam has a little bit of resistance. So if it's really loose in there, that steam is going to find the path of least resistance. It's going to wave its way up, and it's not going to saturate those wood chips. And it's not going to pull that oil off of those wood chips. So the more we compact it, the more that steam has to work to get through that system. And then the last reason, which if you talk to most of the staff is one of the most important reasons, is removing those chips from the cooker. So the better compacted they are, the better they come out. And they won't fall off the edge and a little less work cleaning up afterwards.
So the second point you mentioned about the steam going up, I remember you talking about the pockets, air pockets, right? If there are air pockets inside, it's easy to burn. Is it? Burn or it will just not distill.
Yeah, that steam will flow through and it won't actually saturate the wood chip.
And then the whole distillation will be.
We won't actually extract out most of that oil. Or if we do extract that oil, it'll take a lot longer to extract.
Okay. And what else?
So then on Wednesday, once we're finished filling the distiller, that's when we start distilling those chips. Like you guys have had a hand in cutting, you guys have had a hand in filling, and then we distill. Usually that'll take up most of the morning.
So we get to watch it, right?
Oh yes.
Kevin will turn on the machine, the distillery, and all the steam.
And you guys get to watch the oil bubble up.
Yeah.
You might have seen it in the background there. We're standing in the perfect spot for a video. And then Wednesday afternoon is a little bit of a free day, so your leader gets to kind of pick and choose what we do. Most people do like a raindrop day. So we have massage tables and raindrop kits available for you. We've got a beautiful room to set it up in, and that makes for a really good afternoon. Thursday, it's a bit of an adventure. Most people choose to, it's a little bit of a drive, 4-hour drive up north of the farm, but we have some of the most beautiful hot springs in northern British Columbia and in all of Canada, in my opinion. So we take you up to the hot springs, you get to have a nice relaxing soak for the day. And then on Friday is when the magic happens. So that's when you guys really get to put your hands on that oil. So we get you guys to filter all of that oil by hand, take that oil upstairs to the lab, where Wes Michaels, our lab technician, will test that oil. And then once he's tested it, we bring it over into the other room. There's some oil being distilled right there. And then you guys get to fill up a couple of bottles of oil and take that home with you. So that oil is extra special oil. Not only did you guys have a hand in making that oil, nobody else is going to have an oil exactly the same as that, except for your tree. Not even the next group. Because once those bottles are filled, we're going to pour that oil into a barrel and blend it with the other black spruce or white spruce if you're coming up in fall. So it's going to be different than every other oil you get. So it's a pretty special time.
And I know I once went on a dog sled.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't do the dog sleds unfortunately anymore. Yeah.
And what else? And food in the town?
Yes, we got lots of options for food in the town. We got grocery stores, we got a health food store.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in the winter harvest or fall harvest or any harvest or planting, how can we
take a look on the farm events page, and the registration will open up on there. I'm not 100% sure on when it's going to open up, but it is posted on the farm events page.
Can't wait to have everyone to the farm.
And we can't wait to see you. Thank you. Bye.